kasi yung sickness na nagkaroon ako, brainstem cavernoma malformation. Actually, it's very rare kahit sa ibang bansa. Sabi ng uncle ko na doktor, para akong like taking time bomb. Sadly, wala siyang treatment, wala rin siyang prevention. So, yun yung time na medyo na-depress ako kasi anong gagawin ko? In one snap, parang pwede pala akong mawala. Pinakamasakit sa part ko kasi I should be the one protecting. Tapos, pinoprotect ako ng anak ko.
Alam mo, yung mga lalaki, pag sinabing, di magkita tayo for closure, huwag kayo maniniwala sa mga ganun.
Para akong biggest achievement at the same time biggest disappointment. Hindi eh. Iba pala yung feeling.
Ano ba yan? Kasi naman, wala pang 5 minutes.
Pero nagsisigawan kami lahat sa video call. Kasi siya, ganito, ganyan.
Eto pa, wait lang.
Maaga akong nagkaroon ng anak at the age of 17 and nanganak ako, I was 18 years old. Actually, 12 years old na siya ngayon. While I'm in college, yon, nag-start na ako ng business. After that, nag-try ako na mag-apply as a customer service representative. Iba kasi kapag sarili mong company and then you're working for other company, maraming learnings eh. So, unfortunately, nagkasakit ako noong 2019. So, I had to stop and 2 years recovery from there. And nung medyo okay na, that's the time na nag-virtual assistant ako. Nung high school kami, parang nagkakilala kami. Tapos, and then from there, nag-transfer kasi ako sa Laguna. And then, nag-reunite kami when I was in college na. Super supportive ng family namin kasi first year college ako, I was living with them na, with my in-laws. Yung family niya and family ko, super close. Actually, we just married noong 2021. So, lately na kami talagang nagpakasal. More on nag-focus kami sa baby namin. Actually, galing kami sa Batangas trip. Tapos sobrang like, wala kaming tulog, sobrang pagod. And na-notice ko, wala pa. So nagkahinala na ako from there. And then, pagbalik namin ng Manila, that's the time na I have to check. At first, natakot ako kasi nung time ko na yun yung parang era ng mga early pregnancies talaga eh. So sabi ko, papanindigan ba ako or like this? May mga drama, something like that. Nag-PT ako, ayun. Nag-positive siya. Actually, nakalimang PT ako. Both of us committed na okay kung bibigay. Masaya naman kasi supportive lahat. Nandun yung pressure na parang may mga sinasabi yung mga tao na negative things about having a child at earlier age. Hindi na makakatapos yan, ganun. Patapon na yung buhay ng ganyan. Though hindi naman sila basically sa akin nasabi. Siyempre, masakit sa loob, but yun, parang yun yung nag-power up sa akin na we should change the stigma. It doesn't stop there. Actually, yun yung nag-fuel sa akin to do more, prove myself na ang isang babae, kahit na maaga nagkaanak, it doesn't define their future. Kasi, since I'm from a strict family, so ang ginawa kong method sa anak ko is parang open table kami. Pero she knows how to respect us pa rin, boundaries, gano'n. In-acknowledge namin yung feelings niya. Sabi ko, you're allowed to get angry with us. Parang pinag-uusapan namin lahat as a family. I think that's what makes us unique and harmonious. Lalo na in this fast-paced world na parang we want to make her feel na we're always here for you. Pero hindi yung nasusuffocate siya. Yun. First and foremost yun, hindi ako nag-stop mag-aral since hindi naman Catholic yung school ko. So, nabigyan ako ng opportunity to continue. Hindi naman ako maselan din na magbuntis. So, yun, inuna ko yung nasa plate ko na finish what I can. So, like sa study. Nung medyo lumalaki na yung anak ko, nakakamingle na ako ng ibang friends. So from there, nagkaroon ako ng idea to start my own business. Though, pag may business ka, parang kang 24 hours employed eh. Pero ang the best part doon is kasama ko yung anak ko and yung family ko. Actually yun, yung husband ko, business partner ko rin siya. Nag-grow yung mga businesses ko and nung medyo stable na, sabi ko parang lacking ako ng experience, sabi ko. So nag-try ako maging empleyado naman. Masaya naman sa corporate world, yun nga lang. Nagkasakit ako, so I have to stop. Very rare kasi yung sickness na nagkaroon ako. Like sa family namin, ako lang yung meron ng brainstem cavernoma malformation. Actually, it's very rare kahit sa ibang bansa. It's similar to stroke, pero instead of isang chunk ng blood yung mag-pop up sa brain natin, para siyang raspberry. Meron siyang mga caverns of blood. So, it depends on saan yung mag-pop up na blood cavern and then which vein yung masasagasaan. So, ayun yung naging sakit ko. And then, sadly, wala siyang treatment. Wala rin siyang prevention. So, yun yung time na medyo na-depress ako kasi anong gagawin ko? In one snap, parang pwede pala ako mawala. Kasi asa work ako nun eh, nung inatake ako. Nag-eat out pa kami ng boss ko nun eh, and everything. And then, bigla na lang out of nowhere, pag uwi ko, nag-collapse ako. Kala nila stroke, tapos nung with MRI and all, yun yung nalaman nila, cavernoma malformation. Iba-ibang ano yun eh, iba-ibang part. Yung sa akin, sa brainstem. Tapos, may mga tao naman na sa left part ng brain, right part, lower and up. But yung sa akin kasi sa brainstem siya. So, hindi siya pwedeng buksan dahil mas marami yung magiging damage kumpara sa hahayaan na lang siya. Yung cause niya actually, sabi nung neuro ko, parang inborn siya. Pero sa family ko, stroke lang yung meron na running. As in, first ako na magkaroon ng ganitong sickness. Yung right part ng body ko actually, less na yung sensation niya. Like, if we're rating it, sa left 100, sa right, it's running like between 60 to 70%. So, may times nga before, hindi ko nararamdaman, may sugat na pala ako dito or that, makikita ko na lang dumudugo. Parang something like that. Tapos yun, yung face ko, yun, medyo na-stuck siya. Sa loob ng 2 years, 2 beses din ako na-atake ulit. Yung first, nahilo ako. Tapos yung paningin ko, umiikot talaga. Nung second, medyo mas light siya. Naramdaman ko lang na yung numbing nag-intensify na naman. And then yung face ko, ayun. Sabi ng uncle ko na doktor, para akong like taking time bomb. So sabi ko naman, if kunin ako anytime, wag naman sana. I believe na I live my life the way I want it to be. Pero syempre, mas gusto ko pa rin mag-service sa family ko. So, nilalaban natin yan. Oo. Actually, sad kasi lalo na nung nasa adolescent part na yung anak ko, like, nasa 9 or 10 years old siya noon. Nung nagkasakit ako, na-depressed din siya talaga. And parang dumating yung part na sinisisi niya yung sarili niya, ba't ako nagkasakit? Kasi parang because you're tired being a mother, you're tired being an entrepreneur, you're tired of everything, you're stressed out. Parang ganun yung sinasabi niya. Talagang pati yung school, pinag-stop siya kasi nakikita, nagre-reflect yung depression niya. Which is yun yung pinakamasakit sa part ko kasi I should be the one protecting. Tapos pinoprotect ako ng anak ko. Tapos naisip ko, sabi ko parang, I think I did my job well, raising her. So, ayun. Very worried, but ayun nga, pine-prepare ko siya. And then, malakas yung loob niya, sobra. I'm scared talaga, but ako kasi yung tao talaga na like what I've said, everything happens for a reason eh. And yung faith ko, yun yung nagpapalakas sa akin. Dasal and also actions. Kasi kung dasal tayo ng dasal and if we don't take care of ourselves, wala din. So, ako yung parang ayoko na akong mawawala man ako anytime. I don't want na problematic ako. So, the fact na may problem na, first thing I do is accept it and embrace it. Kasi yun lang yung time na makakaisip ka ng matino kung paano solusyonan and make the best of it. For mommies din dyan na undergoing some health issues or like personal or deep matter problems, take it one step at a time, one problem at a time. And yun, more faith. And dati pa naman may depression, but ngayon lang nabibigyan ng pansin yung mga taong may depression Huwag kayong mahiyang mag-share ng feelings nyo. Everyone is valid for their own feelings. Kahit ano man yung pinagdadaanan, just fight. Kasi everything has a reason, everything has a solution. Kung nasa mababa man tayo ngayon na parte ng buhay, it's just a phase. So, lagi tayong maglo-look forward sa magandang bukas. What I can advise with teenage moms or those teenagers na nag-explore and everything, it's best to enjoy life before you decide rather to be a teenage mom. Ask yourself if you're ready to take the leap. Because once you became a mom, it's not just you meron ka na ring buhay na you will be responsible of. And it's not something na pwede mong isole once na napagod ka or nahirapan ka. So you have to think of it. And ayun, don't forget to enjoy your life. It doesn't mean na mother ka na or parent ka na, dun ka lang. You have the every right to grow. Share yourself, not just to your family, but also to the people around you.